So welcome to question number 2 as we continue with our revision. Figure 2.1 shows a graph for the motion of a learner walking along a straight road. So that's the graph, which is a distance time graph. Then the question says define velocity. So remember, velocity can be defined as the rate of change of displacement. Or another person might have actually said, velocity is simply change of displacement with time. So it is possible you could have also defined it that way. A2 says calculate the value of the uniform speed of the learner between A and B. So between A and B, what was the uniform speed? Remember, speed is equal to distance divided by time. So therefore, when you look at from A to B, what was the distance? The distance was 200 meters divided by the time it took from here to there. Remember, this is between, from here to there, it is actually 200. So half of that is actually 100. So it will be divided by 100 seconds, which will give us, 2.0 meters per second. Therefore, I can say that speed is 2.0 meters per second. So this was the speed, that the learner actually acquired. B1 says explain what was happening between D and E. Explain what was happening between D and E there. So if you notice, the distance is actually not changing. It simply means that the person or the learner was actually stationary. So we can simply say that the learner was stationary. So he was actually stationary, or you could have said not, moving. Yeah, so it was just at the same point. Time was moving, but him was not actually doing any movement. Then it says briefly describe the motion of the learner between E and F. So now between E and F, what they want us to describe the motion of the learner. So if you notice there, we can simply say that the learner moved away from the starting, because it's like he has started from the starting point with increasing speed. Or in short, you would have just said, what is actually being shown there is just increasing what? Increasing speed. Remember, when you plot a graph of distance against time, whatever that you're going to have there is representing the what? Is representing the speed. So that is what you could have said there. Then notice this question C, part C, it says if the learner continued moving at the same rate, so moving at the rate he was moving between A and B, calculate the time it would take him to cover a distance of 1,000 from his starting point. So remember, to cover a distance of 1,000 meters, if it was moving at a rate, in this case that we calculated, of 2.0 meters per second, then how long will he take? So we can still apply speed is equal to distance over time. So since we want to find time, will be distance over speed. So the distance is 1,000 meters divided by the speed, which is 2.0 meters per second. So if you notice there, that is going to give you 500 watt, 500 seconds. Therefore, we can simply say, time taken is 500 seconds. So that was the time that it took. And this is what I wanted you to do there in this question. So please watch out. In my next video, we'll look at question number 3 too.